Hey, I'm Christian West. I'm here at the IPSB conference in Dallas. I'm with EP Wired, and I've been part of this conference since it started. I was one of the original founders of IPSB. I'm here with my new company called ESL, or Executive Support and Logistics, and it's the first time we kind of is at a conference and premiering all our new concepts, so I'm pretty excited about that. I've been in the executive protection industry pretty much my whole adult life. I've been out there, and I love this business. Favorite EP moments? People always ask, so what is one of your best experiences, or what is, if you had to tell one story or whatever? I think for me, it's been kind of an amazing ride, spending almost 30 years traveling the world, getting to see the world through a lot of our clients' eyes. Of course, if I go to Egypt, I get one look of the pyramids. But if you go and see the pyramids with some of the most influential people or some of the richest people in the world, you get a chance to see it from the inside, and you get a chance to see all of these things. So for me, I would say traveling the world has been a great experience, but also the people that I've met over the years. You know, I met some really great agents that I worked with all over the planet, and I'm still friends with a lot of them today. So it's been really good. What measures do you take to ensure the safe security of the client at his residence and at his workplace? Well, that's not an easy question because it really takes a lot. What I always like to do is start out by doing a really good risk assessment and come up with a really good program that ensures the client in whatever environment that they're in. So they're secure both at their residence, but also at work, but also when they travel around the world, right? And I think it all starts with making a really, really good plan. So that would be my best advice based on this question.
Okay, awesome.
Can you describe a challenging situation that you faced in a previous executive protection role and how you handle it? Well, it's always hard to kind of like focus on one experience, but a lot of times you've been with a client and something happens. And when something happens, it might not even be related to your client, but if you're there with a client and you have a place that you kind of like have an agenda and you're supposed to do these things, but something happens in the crowd, you kind of a lot of times has to step in, take charge, and make sure to either change your exit point or change up whatever happens with the agenda and go another way. And a lot of times you kind of like have to break up the clients who's with family, friends, and whatever, and tell them that something has happened. So we have to do these things, right? And if you do it in a good way, the client will kind of believe you and follow you. But if you don't come off like confident and knows how to speak, a lot of times they'll question you before they want to follow you, and you kind of want to avoid that. So if something happens, it's a lot of times important that you can kind of like pick yourself up and be very calm and collective before you kind of tell them what we're going to do. So if you have time, a good advice is always to kind of like figure out how you can calm yourself down.